Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you very much for all your questions. Craig is here. Stevie, you have been the subject, as you can imagine. There's quite a lot of Extra Time comments over the last couple of days, given what happened to you during your trip to Philadelphia. Question marks as to how you can get shot in the head playing paintball.
I'll tell you why. Because the very first round we had, I didn't know what I was doing, but I figured it out.
Right.
I got behind the wrong thing.
Haven't you got a protector?
Yeah. Don't you have a mask on?
Well, you've got a visor, you've got a mask, but it only goes to there.
Right.
Yep.
So,
Have you paintball before?
No, I haven't. No,
years ago.
So here's the mask. So basically, they shot you between the hat in that.
aye. But actually, when I got hit,
Yes.
well, the second time, the first time I got hit, I had the hat done. So it covered me the first time.
Okay.
So the first time I got hit, right in the forehead, it's got to burst.
Yeah.
So the actual little ball has to burst. Otherwise, you're not counted as dead.
Okay.
Which I thought initially was a good thing, but unfortunately, if that first one had burst, I wouldn't have got hit with the second one.
And do you know who hit you?
Yes, my daughter-in-law.
Oh wow, there we go.
She was very happy about it.
I bet she was.
She was delighted.
I bet.
I'll tell you what, it was sore.
Well, it hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does hurt a little bit.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
got a little bit of eye.
I like it. Stevie, what do you think of Pep's sass with the 6 fingers towards the fans?
I didn't like it. Nah, I didn't like it.
I thought it was a little bit tongue-in-cheek. I don't think it was quite. It wasn't Mourinho-esque.
Well, the first time I thought it was okay.
Right.
But the second time he did it after the game, I thought it was a bit crass.
Right.
I thought he had a lot more class than that.
They were chanting what you're getting sacked in the morning.
Yeah, so the first time he did it during the game, I got it, and okay. But I didn't like it the second time. I thought it showed that things are getting to him.
Craig, do you have an opinion on it?
Look, that's the kind of English supporters, sarcasm,
Right.
banter.
Yes.
You're going to get it as a player, as a manager. You just got. He should just have smiled. I think he should. Look, it isn't a problem.
Yeah.
He should just have smiled it off, though. Waved at them.
He expects better from Liverpool fans.
Fans are fans. Come on.
Well, he's never in his life went through what 99% of other managers do.
Right.
He's never experienced that anywhere.
Now he's experienced.
Now he's experienced it, and he doesn't like it.
Craig, is Foden overrated or hurt?
No, he's not overrated. He's just not. I don't know what. It was the same with England in the summer. You remember? Just the things that Cole Palmer is doing at Chelsea. We'd come to expect Phil Foden to be doing that. And it's one of the reasons that Cole Palmer is at Chelsea, because Foden was doing all those things.
Yeah.
Taking the ball in. He's not even when he's on his game. Anything that goes into his feet, even if somebody's tight on him, the way that he normally drags it away from people and gets on the front foot, he's just not even doing that.
Tons in one movement.
Yeah, everything's gone with him at the moment.
Is that a confidence thing?
Aye, absolutely.
Right.
Anybody who watched City today, I hear some people talking about confidence is overrated.
That's Gab, very much.
Well, I hope I'm assuming Gab watched the game.
Well, I imagine so.
If ever you saw a team that is struggling for confidence, that was it today. On paper, that's a good team. You said it in the show. That's a good team. But I'll tell you what, they are dragging in terms of confidence. And it just shows you.
Who said confidence is overrated?
Gab.
Gab.
I mean...
No. Listen, we've all been there, right? We've been... when you're on a high, you want to get out there every week. And when you're on a low, it's a struggle, right?
One you don't think.
And I can tell you, when we were going through a really hard time at Derby County, I've told you this, I won't go bore with a long story. But
Oh, go on.
No. But as a captain and there was a bunch of young boys, I was getting it in the neck. And I dare anybody to tell you it doesn't affect you.
Sure.
You're running out, you think, you run out on the Saturday in front of 30, 40,000 at home, the 3-4 days later, and in your mind you think, right, I gotta do this, and I gotta do that, and I gotta do this, because if I don't, it's probably me that's going to get it. And it saps you.
Of course.
It's a bit like, so if you're getting beat every week, and you were used to winning all the time, which or a lot of the time, it's going to sap you. Of course it is.
And you play safe as well, don't you? You start doing things that are safe.
Right.
You think of all the players with ability that City have got. the spectacular that they're all capable of, all of a sudden everybody looks really safe.
And there's no magic switch, is it?
No.
It's just all about trying to get
winning.
No,
Yeah.
winning.
Which is more likely, Guardiola to fix Manchester City problems with coaching or new signings?
Question.
Shines, isn't it?
Probably going to be some new faces, but they have other things.
In all honesty, if you're a player now, Manchester City approach you, how much do the 115 charges and the possibility of relegation come into your thought process? It'd be ridiculous thing it doesn't, surely.
No, but I don't think it's very high on the list, is it? I mean,
you not think
it's Man City. I mean, does him...
Depends what age you are, I suppose. If you're, say, signing as a 30, 31-year-old and they have possibly could be relegated,
Right.
you know, and the manager might leave, you know, just he might have had enough. Maybe that he's already said the contract's a piece of paper, nothing more. If you're kind of that tail end of your career, but if you're 21, 22, 23-year-old that sees Man City as a long-term thing, then I think it's less of a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
If you're more in the twilight of your career, you're thinking, I don't...
well, you don't want to go in there and say, like, you know, like when Gundogan goes to Barcelona, that kind of age, you're going in there and all of a sudden the trap door opens and they've gone. You're not coming back from that. You're going to have to see that out. So you're seeing your career out where you really didn't want to.
Where were we? For all, one positive from City's performance and one negative from Liverpool's. Finishing from Liverpool,
Yeah.
would be the
Positive.
positive for City.
Ooh. It wasn't more.
Well, Guardiola said in his after-match interview he thought Ake was excellent. I mean, I'm not quite on board.
challenge on
I think
Salah,
I think he was clearly an upgrade defensively on Guardiola in that
but
position.
Stevie be an upgrade on Fabio at the moment.
Oh, good.
Positive. I mean, I suppose Tego was all right.
No injuries.
Yeah, we're toiling.
Yeah.
Subs made them a bit better. I mean, there's not a lot.
Now, we talked about this, didn't we, during the show a little bit. If Chelsea maintain the start through Christmas, do you think they're title contenders?
I don't think it's title contenders. No. I'm not a fan of the goalkeeper,
Okay.
and I'm not a fan particularly of Fofana.
Right. If you could parachute the Arsenal defence into the Chelsea team, then it's a different
That would
conversation.
change, yes,
Yeah.
that would change it, yes. Yeah, you know, Kate was talking on the show about how it seems recently they are taking less chances defensively.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how long that lasts. Or if that's just something that Maresca's turned around and said, right, we are not doing this. Or whether this is just a little fad where they're deciding not to be overly taking chances. I'm not so sure.
And that wasn't Liverpool's best back four today.
No.
Konaté's
No,
been brilliant,
Konaté,
hasn't he?
yeah,
Joe
Konaté,
Gomez did a great job, but Van Dijk was just
Aye.
commander-in-chief, wasn't he?
Aye, that's why my prediction was 2-2 in the game when we sent predictions in the other
Oh,
day.
yeah, I forgot you put 2-2.
Well, because I'm
It's just a bluff, though, wasn't it? You didn't really think that.
no. As soon as I found out Konaté was injured, that's why.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking, it's either Quansah or Joe Gomez. Now, Quansah certainly isn't as experienced as Joe Gomez, but it seemed as though the manager fancied Quansah over Joe, and Quansah, as I said, it looked as though to me he's got a mistake in him, and so that worried me because I thought that's who would play. But the way it turned out, Gomez does what Gomez does. When he doesn't play and then he comes in, when somebody's injured, he always seems to do a great job.
Right, it's 2 or 3 games down
But
the line.
it's a couple of 2 or 3 games down the line where he starts dropping off.
You in tomorrow,
But that was why.
by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. tomorrow.
That was why, because Konaté's injury.
Mbappe's strike today, Steve, was no doubt impressive, but was Bellingham's inch-perfect cross to set him up even more so?
No, I think the finish was better.
Yeah.
I think.
There was little margin for error, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think if Bellingham had the pass again, he'd probably put it a bit further in front of him, right?
What was the pass of the game today at Liverpool? Because there was a few.
Something once Alex Arnold put through. That was the
Yeah.
one where I was thinking that Ake just kind of came and took the ball off.
Was that better than Andy Robertson's
He's Scottish.
Yeah, you're right. Remember the Robertson's ball?
No, I'm trying. See I got to say the one I liked. I think it was Trent Alexander, actually put backspin on the ball. The way the ball just stopped. You know, Robertson was fantastic,
That was the one to Salah, wasn't it?
but it was like it just had to be pinged in the right place. Whereas that one had to be put into the hole and it had to be pulled back, like a good golf shot on a green.
Oh, like you, Stevie.
So,
A good chip.
Not something you would know much about.
Ahmad looks like such a promising player, Stevie. How much potential does he have?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you like him?
Yeah, if you get him in if Amarin can get him in a position where he's taking people on, then he's a handful. I mean, he did it. The first goal against Ipswich last week.
Yep.
Was a mad. Went past 2 defenders, put a great ball across. Great run again today for Rashford's second goal, right after half-time. And just generally, when he's picking the ball up towards the final third and going at people, he looks a handful.
Final question. When Kluivert had scored the hat-trick of penalties, I thought of you, Craig. What goes through your mind when you have to take more than one penalty in a single game?
Scored a hat-trick?
So Justin Kluivert scored a hat-trick of penalties yesterday.
All right.
24 years after you missed the opportunity to be the first Premier League player to do it.
Was I going to be the first one?
You would have been. He was the first one. He is the first ever Premier
Well, I
League
know
player.
Gerrard and Aguero had a chance to do it.
But they didn't.
He didn't.
No.
Well, you can show your mind. Wow. Yeah, I don't think anybody should ever take 3.
Okay.
And we saw, what game was it yesterday? Oh, Odegaard took 1 and then Saka took 1.
Yeah, because Odegaard asked Saka for it.
Right. But anyway, the first, we saw Saka miss Salah miss a penalty in midweek and Mbappe. So you're already second guessing the goalkeeper in the first one. So you can double that up for the second one. Because you're going the same way, you're going a different way, you're going down the middle, and then you can treble it for the third
And then what
one.
happened to your
No,
third
but
one?
hold on a
The
minute.
first 2 are scored.
Yes.
Don't you think the last one's easier?
Well, you missed it, so clearly not.
No, I mean psychologically though.
Because you've done it twice
Well, because
already.
you've done it twice already. Unless you've gone to the same place twice, right? But if you've gone one side with the first and the other side with the second, does that not make it easier?
I slowed it both times. The keeper's right. I slowed it with pace, whipped it.
Right.
So I did it again the second time, and he guessed the same way. The first time he went the wrong way. The second time he guessed where I was going, but I hit it hard and high enough.
Okay.
So now I'm thinking on the third one, is he thinking I'm going the same way, or does he think now I'm definitely going to change my mind? And that's why I said to you, the third one, I tried to go down the middle,
Okay.
with a little bit of height. At Valley Parade at Bradford, it was 4-4 at the time.
Yeah,
the
because
game.
it was similar to the West Ham Arsenal game, 7 goals in the first half.
Yeah, 7 goals. It was an absolute bonkers game. Seriously, it was amateur from both teams.
Right.
If I'm being honest. But yeah, so I didn't have a problem stepping up to take the third penalty, but I was just, and I've always said this, Alan Wilkie, with the little referee with the bald fella with the moustache, blew his whistle, and I had to pull him back, didn't I? I said, Al, come on. Not made my mind up yet.
Oh, I see.
So that's where I was at. But I did go down the middle, and I tried to go down the middle, and I just pulled it a little bit, and I think I hit the keeper's leg. But yeah, you shouldn't really.
Did history weigh on your mind, thinking, "Wow, I can break a record here"?
Well, to be honest with you, I would have done if we'd been relegated that year, but we were not.
That is it. That brings us to the end of today's show. Stevie back tomorrow before he heads off to England on his.
Said he can't be bothered now.
I can't be bothered. I wish I was going there.
You always say that. I don't know why you say yes to these things.
I know.
Well, there we are.
Oh, we
I
know.
always end up enjoying myself.
There we go.
Not
Be
off
with
the
us tomorrow.
We don't go to the Liverpool Echo. Welcome.
There.